New York City firefighter Stephen Siller gave his life while saving others on September 11, 2001. But his story and legacy live on through the Stephen Siller Tunnel to Towers Foundation. The foundation's programs honor first responders and military veterans who were killed or wounded in the line of duty.
Our mission is to do good. And what that means is that we jump in and assist all military and first responders in all their needs. We run a program that builds homes for severely wounded military. We have another program called the Gold Star program, which provides homes for Gold Star widows. We have a first responder program where leaders step in and pay off their mortgage or provide a mortgage-free home for that family.
The housing provided by Tunnel to Towers for disabled veterans includes specially designed smart homes that are equipped with features to meet the specific needs of the people for whom they're built. Dozens and dozens of smart homes have been constructed in recent years, but none quite like the one built in June 2020 in the Columbus, Ohio suburb of Reynoldsburg for the family of Melroy and Samantha Cort. Mel and Sam, as they're better known, were overwhelmed.
It wasn't just like, oh, we're gonna build you a house and you should be fine. They wanted to make sure that everything was in order.
It's amazing, you know, it's that someone that you've never met would care this much about you and your family to do this.
Mel and Sam were high school sweethearts. Mel enlisted in the Marines after graduation. The couple married and Mel was deployed to Iraq the next month. He was 19 years old. Just a few months later, Mel was in the second of two vehicles that were hit by roadside bombs. Sam still remembers the phone call she received.
I was very calm when I received it because my only question I asked was he alive? And he said, yeah, and that was all I needed to hear. I'm like, anything else, I can work through it, but that he was alive was the best thing.
Mel was transported to a medical facility in Germany and then to Walter Reed Medical Center in Washington, D.C. He had lost both legs as a result of the explosion.
There's no complaint. Stuff happens. I was willing to give my life up, so to come back with no legs was like, that was the easy part, you know?
Rather than focus on what had happened in Iraq, Mel and Sam were determined to count their blessings. And it wasn't long before there were plenty of blessings to count. By 2020, the couple had 10 children, ranging in age from 11 to only a few months. 10 children would be reason enough for Mel and Sam to need a new home. But an event in 2018 made that need even more critical. It happened on Memorial Day.
Our family usually has a picnic, a gathering together, and we hadn't been in a few years, and we all decided to go that day. And when we got to the park is when we were notified that our house was on fire.
Once again, Mel and Sam rolled with the punches. The Cort spent the next 2 years living with family members. The news that they had been selected to receive a mortgage-free smart home from Tunnel to Towers was a godsend. Their new home would be an ambitious undertaking for the foundation. It is the largest the organization has ever built, over 4,000 square feet with 5 bedrooms. But it wasn't just the size of the structure that was daunting, it was also the construction schedule. The entire home was to be built in just 12 days, and that's with volunteer labor. For the first time, Tunnel to Towers was partnering with another nonprofit organization, A Soldier's Journey Home, composed of current and retired firefighters and military veterans.
Soldier's Journey Home is made up of members from 14 different states. It's 100% volunteer, nobody takes a dime. We do one build a year, and we take our own vacations. We all travel in, and then we'll do it in 2 weeks. We'll build an entire house.
By the time work began, close to 100 volunteers had arrived.
This is a great thing. This is positive, and it's just an honor to be here with these guys to be part of it.
Just being able to give back to other people and to see how rewarding it is.
There's a lot of guys that made very large commitments to be here for these 2 weeks. It's taken a year of planning for them out of their lives to be here, so it's pretty impressive.
I still don't believe it happens, and I've done this. This is my 5th one with our organization. And you pull up and it's a piece of land, and then you leave and there's a new house in the zip code.
After 2 weeks of long, hard days, work was complete, and it was time for the Corts to check out their new home. The volunteers who made it all possible gathered with friends and family members of the Corts for the dedication ceremony and home reveal. And there was a special surprise for Mel. Justin Dusheki, the Marine who pulled him from the wreckage of his vehicle that awful night in Iraq, showed up to give him a soldier's hug and the Kevlar helmet he'd been wearing. It was the first time they'd seen each other in 15 years. And then it was time to cut the ribbon and for the Cort family to see their new home up close and personal.
It felt like home walking through the door.
Like other smart homes built by Tunnel to Towers, the Cort's new home includes many features to help Mel be more self-sufficient.
It's a strong sense of independence, and that's a great thing. I enjoy it. I enjoy everything about it.
In addition to the specially equipped kitchen, the large dining room, and the 5 bedrooms, the home includes a lower level specially designed as a classroom where Sam and Mel can continue homeschooling their children.
I'm very humbled to another degree that they did this for our family, that they do this, and I can understand their pride in doing it.
All the hard work, craftsmanship. It's awesome to see someone put their all into it.
I didn't think it was possible, but I guess, you see the impossible happening.
As the volunteers who had given up their vacation time to build a house for someone they'd never met headed back to their jobs, and the people from Tunnel to Towers moved on to their next project, Mel, Sam, and their children began to settle into their new home with a renewed sense of hope for the future, an appreciation for the kindness of others, and a sense of profound gratitude.